here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got. It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up. These racks up. 100 meals a week after. Dying from laughter. When they come to handles, never had one. With a bad one. Made a meal today and they my last one. Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash and love to spend. Made a killing and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. I'm moving too fast, I can't stop. Wiping it down with the paint hot. Left hand on the wheel. I'm closing the top when the raindrop. I'm keeping the game in the headlock. When throwed and blinded my dreadlock. In the end zone with the mad dot. One phone call, get it dead stop. I feel like I own the season. Say one thing, just give me a reason. Know you're mad, I'm undefeated. Top dog, making it even. Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no off. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash and love to spend. Made a killing and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the steel capital of the world, Pittsburgh, PA, at Heinz Field. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cleveland Browns and the Pittsburgh Steelers. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports.
Watch the screen. Check the backer, check the backer.
They'll run on first down. It's Curtis. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Here's Young. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking that time to get it to Paris Campbell. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
There are a good number of coaches that any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Here's Young from the shotgun. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Paris Campbell, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point right down the middle, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 22. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. Oh, he's got some breathing room. A big run by Kareem Hunt, 71 yards. Well, welcome to the party. First carry of the game. How about that?
And just think, as far as he's concerned, he's just getting warmed up.
Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you...
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Odell Beckham with touchdown number 8 on the year. As his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Well, go ahead and strap in, partner. Less than 2 minutes in, had the score on the one side. A quick answer, though, to get the equalizer.
Sometimes you get that sense of urgency that ratchets up, right? When you give up an early touchdown like that, you just know you're like, okay, how do we go back and equalize things? Can we get it done fast? And they absolutely did. Essentially, we're back to even, aren't we?
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. Young looks to throw on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Myles Garrett in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year.
At the 39-yard line.
The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to throw, Young. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40, and he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
You got time. You got time.
Point it right, point it right, point it right. Hurry, hurry.
Be ready.
On first down, they go right back to Hunt. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. Mayfield gives this one to Hunt. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup. Getting the sense, Charles, are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Set, 180. 51. Hey, what's the ball? What's the ball? Under crush. Check 24.
Now a handoff looking right. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up second and 11.
They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Well, sometimes when you try to defend OBJ, you're going to get a PI call.
He might get a PI called at just about any point during his route. And I think a lot of teams have taken the whole philosophy of, hey, just go ahead and do what you have to do and hope eventually they'll quit calling it. But not in this case. They dropped the flag for the pass interference.
And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11. On 2nd and 7, Mayfield. He finds his target, Beckham. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. He had the touchdown on the opening drive. Now he's got a first down. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage.
And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Kareem Hunt with touchdown number 20 on the year, and the Browns have taken the lead.
We got a little bit of everything on that run. Offensive line creating some space, but how about the guy running behind his pads into the end zone?
What does that mean when a guy says running behind his pad?
It means that he's going to be a physical runner. That way he's able to use his shoulder pads, his forearms, anything to ward off people to power his way forward.
Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that?
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Myles Garrett in there for a milestone sack. That's number 150 of his great career. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. To throw, Young. That'll be taken in there by James Washington. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
A gain of 19 yards. And the Steelers.
This quarterback now already over 100 yards passing in just this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. Now Young. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Myles Garrett in there for the sack, and that is now 21 for him on the year. Wow, what a season. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Young. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Catch made here by Campbell. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
The Browns drive about to get started. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And on the play back at the 45-yard line. Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 first-down gains. On 2nd and 15 now. Mayfield. Going deep here for Taylor. This is caught inside the 15. A big play that time for Cleveland. 45 yards.
But we spent a lot of time exalting the offensive masterminds in this game, right? They draw up these beautiful plays. They look so perfect up on the board. But occasionally, sometimes you just say, throw it up and let him go get it. How about that play?
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. Now Mayfield on 3rd and goal. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Jannard Avery in there for the sack, and it's an important one from a personal standpoint, as that is sack number 100 in what has certainly been a terrific career to this point. The kick by Joseph is good. And now it's a 2-score game at 9, 16-7. So unable to convert for the touchdown inside the red zone, but they do come away with 3.
Yeah, it's a 32-yarder. That's essentially an extra point nowadays, right? Because it's 33 as a general rule for these guys. So it should be a simple kick. But you know what's really strange nowadays? When they miss an extra point, I think they carry that with them longer than missing a field goal, because an extra point's supposed to be automatic.
Absolutely, and I would think even field goals inside of 30 yards, even though they're substantially shorter than a PAT, it just has a different feel, doesn't it?
A different feel, a different vibe. That's what I get from all the kickers I talk to. They always say, if I miss an extra point, that's the one that bothers me more.
It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25. Young now from the 50. Campbell making the catch. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first. This quarterback now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. Young working out of the gun. Gets this to Campbell out on the right side. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Escaping the pressure right. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a 1st down. From the red zone now, Young. got it complete. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Let's go, let's go. And Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. You go, Mike.
To throw again on second down. Young toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Now Young. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
2nd and goal from the 1. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A great play there. His 9th touchdown of the season as they have now chopped this lead down to 3. See, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down. A couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
Let's make these babies crawl. Real. 80 weapon. Jump.
Now they try the right side here. 25 yards, the pickup there, and also a first down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Hurry!
Right back to him on first down. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. And can you believe it? He misses another one, his 3rd so far. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Fairly short kick, taken at the 14 here. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack there. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Steps away to his left. He'll run it. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
53, Mike. It's our time. It's our time. 53, check 53. Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins home.
On first and 10, Young. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2.
Squeeze, double. Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. He can't hang. He's not going to get me. 53 is the Mike. 53 is the Mike. Hey, come on, no. Yo. 53, Mike.
Throwing again on second down. Young. Gonna throw right side here. Complete. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Young to throw it. And that will be incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know, there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet, they're going to go for it on 4th. On 4th down, Young. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout, as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Again, it's Young. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Campbell. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. This a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. The kick by Pinheiro is good. So we've come to halftime in a 5-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace, because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It's a 6-yard loss on the play. And it'll be a 2nd and long. Throwing, Mayfield. He gets this into the hands of Taylor. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way, lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
You better be afraid of me. I'm not be afraid of me. 51's the mic. 51's the mic.
3rd and long for Mayfield. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jadeveon Clowney, a milestone sack for him as it moves him past Hall of Famer Lawrence Taylor, who finished his career with 132 and a half. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And this one will be touchdown inside the 40-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Oh, and after the sack, he's still down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Back to throw. Meredith looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Curtis. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Joe Schobert, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
He's crossing. 49, check 49, check 49.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That's caught inside the 20. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A big pickup of 38. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Meredith. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. And that one is knocked down, but I don't think it's going to matter. The defense looked like they jumped. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
So the penalty certainly helps them out as they come up on 2nd and 5. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Hill. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Line of scrimmage, the 2. They can still get a first down if they just get a yard out of this on 4th and very short. They'll try and run for it. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. They only get a hard-fought yard, but that's all they needed. It pays off the decision to go for it. 1st and goal. From the gun, Meredith flushed out right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Looked like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal.
Watch the pass. Go. 56. Mike's 56.
They'll try to run this one in. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. How about this Browns defense they've held so far? This is now 3rd and goal. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Here we go with Hill. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Justice Hill, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers are going to retake the lead. And now the Steeler offense staying out there, and they'll go for 2. Operating from the gun, Meredith. And that is caught for the 2 points. So they make the decision. They want a 3-point lead versus a 2-point lead, and they got it.
Yeah, at this stage of the game, it seems like the exact right thing to do. Put a little pressure on your defense, but the biggest thing now is you're making the other team chase you.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where
he rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started, and they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe they're returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Devin Bush came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Here I come. Here I come. Here I come. Check 4. Ping. 51's the mic, boy. 51.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Get him. Smooth. 51's the mic. Watch the pass. 51's the mic. 51's the mic.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Mayfield. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Mayfield to throw it. And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 2. Devin Bush able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
Mike 51, Mike 51. Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D. 51 to Mike, boy, 51. Time to go, Mike. Hey, alert 33. Mike 51.
4th down, Mayfield. He finds Taylor, complete. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
51 to Mike. Mike 51. Let's go, let's go. 51 to Mike. 51 to Mike. Here we go, D.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
Let's put that team on the bus. Hey, hey. Mike 51. Mike. Regular. Rip right. Go, Mike 51. Mike 51. Hey, let's calm down. Hey, let's go. Let's calm the crowd. Come to Wild World.
Mayfield looks to throw. Will let it go deep for Beckham. Complete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. Man open, that's Damian Ratley. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland 1st down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. Got an open man. It's Ratley. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Mayfield now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10.
Check 43.
Going to the air again with Mayfield. Oh, no, he lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They usually look.
Oh, no, he lost the football. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
Jadeveon Clowney has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Now Mayfield on 4th down. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Tighten down. There you go. Shoot.
From the gun, Meredith. His throw incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
I got him. Kill.
Throwing again, Meredith. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of, What's right in this game nowadays? Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel...
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Denzel Ward. That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point. His first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not laughing it off, but he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid, the reason that they drafted him, and go out and play.
To begin the drive, here's a handoff to Hunt. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. They run again with Hunt.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Here's Mayfield. Throwing right, and that's complete. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Hey, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Run. Watch the screen. Right here, guys. Fight 51. Mike 51.
Mayfield to throw for it on 4th. Pressure comes, and down goes Baker Mayfield. Jadeveon Clowney. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here." Do something some other time, but some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. It's caught by OBJ. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, minicamp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An outcut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mayfield going right back to Beckham here, complete. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Hey, man, watch the boot. Right here. Hey, exit. Mike 51.
Mayfield with it once more. He finds his target, Beckham. He's at the 30, 20, and all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Browns get a score closer. The electric OBJ, the short reception, and then he did the rest of the work himself.
You know, there's a thing that the players always talk about, the coaches in the league, they call it play speed. Because, you know, we have that time speed when we're running the 40s at the combine and, you know, at pro days and all of that. But play speed is different. And OBJ's play speed is some of the best in the league. In other words, when he has the ball in his hands or he's running a route, he runs it just a little bit harder than most people. And oftentimes, you come up wrong on your angles trying to tackle him.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but there's nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15.
Switch. Go. 53 to Mike. Go. 53. Check 53. Check. Check. Check 53's Mike.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Catch made here by Campbell. A good pickup there. 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
6-man.
Operating from the gun. Meredith got an open man. That's Campbell. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Mike, 53. Mike. You. Yo. 53. Check 53. Let's get it together.
From the gun, Meredith. Campbell making the catch, and he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
It's just me and you. Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. I got it. It's on. 53 is the Mike. Hey, I can reach track.
On 1st down, Meredith. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And incomplete, he dropped it in the end zone.
I know you felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it, could not hold on through the end of the play.
53 to Mike. 53. Check 53. They gonna need some therapy after this. Check 53's Mike. Check 53's Mike.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Meredith. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Operating from the gun, Meredith. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. A first down throw from Mayfield. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Mayfield down. And this one incomplete. So the clock stopped now with 20 seconds remaining.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, fourth quarter. Maybe you do start to watch. Is the arm there, the leg's still there? This has been a tough game. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. From the gun, Mayfield. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. A good pickup there for the Browns. 15 yards from the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. And again, it's Mayfield. They've got his man complete. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining.
A 28-yard gain. First down, Browns.
Set. 180. Not today, you are. Not today. Point it right. Point it right. Point it right. Mike 51. Mike 51. All day. All day. Every day. Delta. 51. Mike. Mike 51.
First down, Mayfield. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. He was looking for Odell Beckham that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
51 to Mike. 51 to Mike. Five. Mike 51. Mike 51. Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
One last shot from Mayfield here. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD.